Hey everyone, meteorologist Aaron Tuttle here with you. Just want to give you a quick update on the snow coming in for the end of the week. Last night we talked about it in detail. This is going to be a really short update, mainly just because I'm getting a lot of questions on how much snow. Remember, I told you nothing before, 48 hours out. All right, so we're still not, within that window. Tomorrow evening, Wednesday evening, that's going to be the time you'll want to see what the snow totals are. So I'll just show you a trend, and this is a new trend since this morning. Doesn't mean it's going to be what's going to happen. It just means that models are just kind of moving around, and this is why you do not want to focus too much on snowfall total maps this far out in advance. But keep asking, so I'll just show you what's out there. You can again take it with a grain of salt. So let's go ahead and show you a couple of them, and we'll do this one first down here. Okay, so this is the we're now into the short-term resolution models that we have to get some snow totals out there, and this one shows the bulk of the snows over the New Mexico and in the Texas Panhandle, and just very light stuff, basically a dusting at best over southern Oklahoma, maybe a half inch here in parts of western Oklahoma. I know a lot of you are going, boo-hoo. Hey, that's the way it is. Remember, just because I say it's going to snow does not necessarily mean it's going to snow 20 inches. We talked about that. That's just one model, though. Keep that in mind. Let's see. Let's go to another one here. This is the GFS model that we've looked at before, and it's still coming in. This is the evening run, so it's not quite all the way in yet, but it's trickling in now through Thursday evening at midnight. It's got a light dusting of snow across central and western Oklahoma. And then it's got a thin band setting up. Looks like a new hour came in across southern Oklahoma, about 1 to 2 inches. So it's not giving up hope. It's just saying it's going to be a very thin corridor of snow. And we talked about that last night too. It's just the nature of the system. So that still jives. It's a trend, but it hasn't really changed too much. Just the amounts are getting lighter each run. Remember, we saw some ridiculous, 10 inches? And I told you not to believe that. Well, they're starting to back off that. Again, the system doesn't have really any moisture to tap into, kind of what it's bringing with it. So that's another key reason there. Here's the Canadian model. Let's see here. Is this gonna? I'll tell you what. Let's do this. That's not what I wanted. Let's see if this works. Oh, not gonna work. Why you gotta be like that? All right, let me do this then. There's always more than one way to skin a cat, and I say that just just kidding, jokingly. Okay. All right, took me off there for a minute so you can see. So it's got one. A little bit more than 3 inches at most. It's getting excited here. This is the Canadian model for southern and central Oklahoma. So this is kind of just around Oklahoma City southward is the bulk of this particular model. So again, the trend is again a narrow, thin corridor, and it's been moving around. It kind of been in northern Oklahoma for a while, then it was in central, and now it's kind of shifting more towards southern Oklahoma. And as we said, that's going to kind of be what happens with these guys. Let me see here. Let's see. We'll go. Tell you what. All right. I'm going to show you something different, and you're not used to seeing this at all. This is just complete weather geek out stuff here, but I'm going to try to explain it for you. All right. So this is an ensemble model, which means it takes in short-range solutions and it plots them all together, and it shows different variables. So you kind of nudge the models different ways, and you get different results. We'll look at the vertical. So we're not looking at flat. We're looking at kind of what happens if you look up take a slice of the atmosphere and just look at it, and it's going to show you how much snow is kind of in each situation, in each particular run. Now this is what you want on this one. Now this is going to be. I'll just have to kind of explain to you. Just follow with me. If you want to tune out, check out, go for it. This is going to be complete weather geek stuff here. Okay, so what I have here is a three-dimensional view, and let me do a highlight. So this green area here indicates moisture. All right, it also seems to have some red contours with it. Red contours is lift in the atmosphere. This is around 10 to 15,000 feet. So in other words, that's high-level lift. That's mid-level, upper mid-level lift, which is with the upper-level storm system itself. Not a whole lot of lower-level lift at all, but still some moisture there with this particular run. Now what that does is it causes snowfall output to be around 1 inch. Yeah, this is right here in Oklahoma City. And that's just this particular version. Now, I clear this. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I can make this bigger or not. It is hard to see. No, it's just the way it's going to be. All right, so here's another view. This one has a lot more moisture with it. And there's even some purple, which means 95% saturated moisture. And this is all around 10 to 15,000 feet. It's got some omega. This is mega lift with it, coinciding, and a snow growth layer. Which is, if I highlight all of this, this is a snow growth layer here between 10 and 15,000 feet. So that is where the snow is going to be generating from and then falling down. Now, when it accumulates all the snow over a period of, let's see, it starts it on really in earnest Thursday evening, closer basically to midnight. So from midnight through Friday at midnight, it's got snow totals up around 5 inches. Now that is insanely high compared to all the other nudged runs. Matter of fact, if I were to, I'll tell you what, I'm going to show you, again, the circle highlight here. These gray lines right here, these are all the combined runs all together. All in this area here, all these little different nudges. So this one goes way up here on the total scale. It's way up, it's an outlier. Everything else is confined down in this region. All right, well, what is that region? Well, that is roughly 2 inches, 1 to 2 inches of snow. So the bulk of this short range model says 1 to 2 inches at best here in Oklahoma City. Now this is just now, and remember, we're still not 48 hours out from that window. But this is just a different way of looking at the model data. Instead of looking at a flat map, I can look at it in the vertical, and I can see the juxtaposed position of the contours of the moisture, of the lift, of the snow growth layer, and I can get a better idea of what's happening in the atmosphere as the storm system comes across. And right now, it's nothing to write home about. But again, things can change, but as of right now, the trend is to be kind of drier with the air mass, and this system to come in not quite so compact, but a little more stretched out, elongated. And those two-fold combinations typically indicates lesser amounts. So the trend jives with what it's at least saying. Now, whether or not this will hold, hey, who knows? We'll know within 24 hours as to whether or not this trend will continue. And then about Wednesday evening, that's kind of when it's locked in. And that's when you can pretty much bet the farm as to if we're going to see just a dusting, a few flurries, or at least a couple of inches out there across the state. And then we'll be able to narrow down the corridor where the heaviest stuff's going to be. So that was pretty much it. So you don't have to stay up and watch the news anymore. You can just hightail it to bed. So I'll chime in again tomorrow evening. It'll be late. I got to run to I have an appointment in the evening, then I got to go to the gym, and then I'll be back here. So I'll probably end up having to look at model data on the fly with you, and that'll be around 9 o'clock or maybe a little after that. So just look for the Facebook Live notification. Make sure you like the page and follow it. And I think, or even this Facebook Live itself, you go click up on the top right in the dots if you're on your phone. Sign up to receive live notifications, and you can get them that way as well. So thanks for tuning in for AT's Weather. No time for questions tonight. This is just want to give you a quick look at what the model data was saying. Keep in mind, again, we're beyond 48 hours. Tomorrow evening, we'll have a good idea for how much snow we'll see across Oklahoma with this next storm system. And remember, it's going to be cold, so bundle up. All right, take care, everybody.